Okay, let's talk about some more cell phone DC electronics. Let's do part 10, more on capacitors and inductors. For capacitors, they're measured in farads. And for inductors, they're measured in henries. Capacitors, the symbol is a capital C, and inductors, the symbol is a capital H. Capacitors often are used in filtering a line for a more consistent voltage reading. So when two chips are trying to communicate together, you'll see capacitors in order to refine that line so that there's better communication. Inductors are interesting because they are mostly around the power management in a circuit. So inductors are often used to refine the current traveling through a circuit. And so they are mostly centralized around the charging IC, the baseband charging IC, or baseband power IC, power management IC. And then the main PMU or power management IC. Because you want to supply a steady flow of current for the destination from the power management IC to whatever component needs it. Something like a battery. A battery has its own separate little PCB board attached to it that will read a lot of specific data that comes into it, including current. And too much current would probably cause that battery to go into a fail-safe mode and shut off so that it doesn't explode. And so you would use an inductor to refine that current, as opposed to a more passive component that would be more apt to fail. In the inductor, the electromagnetic field is more the component than the wire, the coiled wire that creates it. And the field that is created collapses or expands over a unit of time. And so it's not as instantaneous as, it's not as brute force as other methods.